Welcome to Texas Today. I'm Kristen Dickerson. The cowboy hat has long been a symbol of integrity, tradition, and the pioneering spirit. Today, we're at the home of iconic American hat maker, Stetson. The CEO of Stetson is Robert Dundon. Robert, it is an honor to wear a Stetson with you today.
Oh, it looks great on you.
So let's go back to the 1800s. And when Stetson got started, will you tell me the backstory of this company?
Our founder, John B Stetson, grew up in New Jersey in a hat-making family. And in his 30s, he came down with a case of tuberculosis. And in an effort to save his own life, he was told by his doctors he should go west and get to the open air, and that hopefully would help his condition improve, which is what he did. And what he found out along the way was a lot of the gold rushers and the pioneers and trailblazers that were out there were very ill-equipped for what they were facing weather-wise on the trail. And seizing that as an opportunity, he leaned on his hat-making knowledge and he fashioned together a tall crown, wide brim hat, which is the genesis of a cowboy hat. He later goes on to borrow money from his sister, $600, which he then goes back east, and he sets up shop in Philadelphia and incorporated the business in 1865.
Now let's talk about Texas. How long have y'all been making hats here in the Lone Star State?
Well, we've been here since 1987, so coming up on 40 years, and business has been in Garland all that time. We also have another facility in Longview, Texas, which is where the process starts.
Will you tell me a little bit about just the process of how hats are made here?
What's really amazing is that we still make hats today the way that they were made over 100 years ago. And a lot of the machines that you saw are machines dated back from the late 1800s. And of course, we have newer technology than that, but everything is still handmade. And it really starts with the felting process. What we're surrounded by here, what we call hat bodies. And we turn these hat bodies through shaping techniques, through sanding, through finishing, through polishing, through molding. That's how we achieve the final look of the Stetson hat. It goes through about 200 sets of hands from start to finish. Once it gets inspected, it goes in the box and goes out to retailers.
I thoroughly love a straw hat, especially when it gets a little warm outside. They're also made here.
They are, yes. We have two factories, one where we make everything from felts, which is what's surrounding us here, and then across the way we have a straw factory, which is set to take straw bodies, which are all hand-woven, and turn them into a beautiful hat like the one that you're wearing.
I was so impressed to learn about the tenure of those hands, that the average tenure for your employees here is 20 years. What do you think that says about the company as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, people are really invested in what they do here, and the culture that's been created here is something that people want to be a part of. And it's a handcrafted artisan process, and it takes a while to perfect it. And once you're good at it, this is really a place where you want to do it.
And the shape of the hat, it's quite an art. Very important.
Yes, it is. And we have a lot of different shapes for various face shapes and uses. So, of course, the iconic Western hat, which we're both wearing, this shape is the one that started it all. And interestingly, I think, anywhere you go in the world, if you're wearing this hat, everybody knows it's an American cowboy hat, which I think is really kind of an interesting statement.
Do you have a favorite style of all the Stetsons that you wear and own?
Yeah, that's like asking me which is one of my favorite children.
I know,
right?
It's difficult.
But I would say the Open Road, which is a classic. That's the LBJ hat, which people refer to it sometimes. It's a shorter brim, crossover dress. I love that one. And then straw, like the one that you're wearing. I mean, straw is a classic.
What do you think about the incredible increase in popularity of hats the last few years?
Yeah, I mean, coming out of the pandemic, we've seen a huge spike in the business over the last couple of years, which has really been sustained. And I think it says a lot about Western culture and how it has permeated outside of typical Western regions. So I think there's an interesting fashion element that's happening right now too.
Is there a lot of pride also that these hats are made here in Texas?
Oh, without a doubt. The Made in USA, Made in Texas is a key component of quality, of craftsmanship, of the heritage of the brand. It is one of the great selling points of what we do here, so we're very proud of that.
What do you see for the future of Stetson? Any hopes or dreams for you?
It's a lifestyle brand, and we're really well known for hats. Stetson is synonymous with hat. I think you can interchange those words, but Stetson really represents a lifestyle and an ambition, determination, resilience, persistence, and really an American dream. And we just want to continue to carry that torch forward. We're going to celebrate 160 years next year, so we want to preside over the business and make sure that continues for another 160 years.
To learn more about the iconic hats of Stetson and to get one of your own, go online to Stetson.com.